Did you end up bringing the horse meat inside? Can we get some blood? Yes. Extract blood. Okay, if you're not going to extract the darn, or make the cheese, at least someone needs to come and extract blood. Maybe my cook is busy. We'll add one more cook, make sure that happens. And now that we're in the spring, I do want to designate as well some more area for gathering plants. Because we need to have alcohol. Keep these dwarves happy. Right, so, how much iron do we have? Gotta search in the bars and blocks. The bars here, we can see that we've got just 11 iron bars. But that's enough that we could make a mail, like a mail breastplate or something. So let's go ahead and we'll make an iron mail shirt just to start off with. Why not? Get one of those. We'll get an iron. Let's make an iron helm. I just want to have like one dwarf with at least a little tiny bit of gear so that we can, I don't know, eventually we're going to need to form a military, so kind of got to start working in that direction. One of the only disadvantages to having such a long fort is that, here we go, migrants. It's a long way to go outside the fort and grab this stuff and carry it all the way in. It's the exact same movement cost for a dwarf to go one tile up as it is for them to go one tile north, south, east, or west, and it's about 140% of the normal cost to move diagonally. So you do want to try to build vertically. Try to take advantage of your layers. Like going from here to here is much further, probably 3 times as far as going from here to the very bottom stair, to the very bottom bedroom. So we did get some migrants, so let's unpause the game. Let's see how many we got. Yay, we got a whole bunch. Awesome. Thank goodness. And we have some poults. So good, some chicks have been hatching. We're going to get a bunch of them to hatch right here in the spring. And I'm going to wait till all the dwarves come onto the map before I start reassigning their labors. And looks like we got that iron shirt and iron helm. So let's add up some extra stuff. Let's make some iron boots. We'll make 1 pair of boots. We'll make a iron greaves for his leggies. We'll make a iron gauntlets for his hands. We can make an iron, what is it called? Shield? Buckler? Which one do I want? When you type, it basically removes everything from this list that doesn't have that word in it. It doesn't have to be in order. So for instance, if I want to forge iron toy, let me show you all the different ways I can type it. I can type toy, forge, iron, and we're there. Or I can say forge iron toy, same exact example, iron toy, and etc. So just type out the words as they come into your mind. Don't worry about being, you don't have to type it out exactly as it appears. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just type buckler. Actually, I don't want a buckler. I want a kite shield, I think. Kite iron. Yeah, forge an iron kite shield, sure. Big old shield. Alright, new race added to Auto Butcher. Stone crab. So apparently somebody brought a stone crab. Where is it? Let's not be on the map yet. Not exactly sure. Got all these guys scurrying indoors. They're going to go hang out in the dining room. And now is where I think it starts to become a little bit more fun, because now we've got 36 dwarves. Now we can get some serious stuff done. Like the jobs are going to, like this is going to take nothing, no time at all. They're just going to just drag it all indoors. Everything will get done. Got some kittens that were born. Let's murder them. And it looks like just about everyone's indoors, so I'm going to go now to Dwarf Therapist, read all, and we can take a look at what we got. Now, I'm going to real quick just look at it by migration wave, just for a moment. And in general, you're going to get dwarves that fill the roles that you need. Not perfectly, but if you don't have like a good something, you're more likely to get it than if you didn't. So I'm not really too worried about what they came with. I'm actually just going to use the optimizer. So there we go. Optimize. Commit. Now based on my settings, I ended up with 7 miners, 6 carpenters, 5 crossbow makers. In fact, this guy here, he's got very, very high skill with it. But, that's why. So he is a very good crossbow maker, but he is my broker. And so even though he's a very good crossbow maker, it's more important that he takes care of brokering. So for right now, I'm going to go into my optimizer settings. I'm going to edit it. And for at least right now, I don't want it to isolate out nobles. So I'll redo it. And now it should allow him to be a crossbow maker. So we've got 6 miners now, 5 carpenters, just 4 crossbow makers, 5 woodcutters. And see how, like, this guy here has a skill of 2, but he's only 96% effective, or, like, related, like that's a related thing that he'd want to do. And this guy is a little bit less, but this guy, the only reason it would assign him something else is if there's some other job that it feels he would be more suited to, like masonry. He could be a very good woodcutter, but it needed to fill and get 6 masons, and these were the best 6 masons, so that's kind of how the logic works. We still have, what, 1/3 of the fort as haulers. And if it's not working out for me, then I can always rebalance it. I hear combat. So we got somebody hunting. Apparently we got a hunter. I actually have 3 hunters. And now that we have this many dwarves, we definitely are going to need to ramp up things like food production, drink production. I'm going to need a lot more workshops. It's time to really gear things up. And only having 1 full item set, 1 armor set's not going to be enough either. So let's start digging some more. I want to dump all of this stone here. So that I can make some more smelters, so we can start processing all the iron ore. Also, now that we have plenty of dwarves for hauling, it's time to start digging. And where do we want to dig? I'm going to do it like this. Really, there's plenty of stone to be had. I'll go ahead and, even though it's going to piss some dwarfs off, I'm going to start digging out beneath the primary bedroom area, because I want to start doing a layout that I like for crafting that I found is pretty effective. And what it looks like is like this. So you got the central stair with 8 staircases up and down, and then you've got a row like that. And this is going to be room for single, like 3x3 workshops. You'll be able to fit 8 of them around it. And then around this, we're going to put more up-down stairs. And then here is going to be another. From there you go. And actually I'm just going to do it like this. So that'll be that. And then that row would be another row of stairs. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, and then there. Okay. If what I'm doing doesn't make sense right now, it should in just a moment. Alright, so yeah. So go now. Go forth and dig. And let's check to see how many actual pickaxes we have, because we have quite a few designated diggers, and I don't know if I actually have enough picks for them all. So that's going to be under the weapons category. And I want to know how many picks we have, so I'm going to tab, and I'm going to search, and just type pick. And I have to count them individually here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have plenty. So they should get to that pretty darn quick, and apparently he's hunting a bladefoot rancor. Fantastic. Why would you do that? Let's see if we can find him. That's not a good idea, I think. I mean, he's probably going to succeed, but it's just, I mean, it's a bladefoot rancor. It's a mule-sized, four-legged evil monster with sharp teeth growing out of its belly. Its legs end with sharp bone blades, which it used to shred its victims. His left hind leg is cut open. So, let's see if we can find our actual hunter. It is Lolor. So I could just kind of keep looking around and, oh gosh, there's a bunch of them. Awesome. I hope he doesn't die. But I could look around for him, or I could go to the unit list. I could press S for search, and I could type his name, which is Lolor. Find him, and then I can press C to zoom to creature, and there he is. And then from here, let's follow him for a second, just so we can watch him. He's going to throw whatever he's got. What do you have? What are you hunting with? He's got a quiver full of bronze javelins and a cobalt javelin thrower. Very nice. He seems to be uninjured, which is good. It's hard to see the combat because he's fighting on hills, but he's chasing that bladefoot rancor and throwing javelins at it. Now if he runs out of javelins, he won't have any more ammunition because I've not created any javelins, and he came onto the map with those. So since I know he's hunting with javelins, it's... Oh, what's that? What'd you get there? Oh, he's taking his empty quiver back to the storage pit now. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm okay with making him a couple of iron javelins. You can make javelins out of almost anything. We can make bone javelins, wooden javelins, but I mean, I'm okay with having a couple sets. Now, javelins come in groups of 25, so if I ordered up 25 javelins, I'd actually get 625. I don't actually need that many. I'm just going to make like 5 sets of javelins. So, also, now that we have over 20 dwarves, the manager has to validate each job, and that's one of the reasons that I gave him that table to work at. He's going to have to go over there, and before it can get set up, he's got to validate it. He's got to do his job. Okay, so they did clear that out. Let's DBC to reclaim those items right there. And let's dig a channel. And I'm okay with these being right next to each other. It's fine. Let's build one there, one there, one there, and one there. So we'll get a bunch of smelters going. Okay, build E for furnace and L for magma smelter. Put one here. Let's make it out of gabbro blocks. Let's put another one here. Gabbro blocks. Alright, so plenty of dwarves are eager to do things. In fact, we have quite a few idlers, more than I'd like. Let's check and see what those dwarves are doing and why they're not working. So these dwarves are idle. Pretty much all of them don't have hauling enabled, so my default way to fix it would be to just toggle hauling. Either the jobs that they have, like this guy here is an excellent potash maker, but I'm not making any potash yet. I haven't started up that industry. This guy's a great butcher, but we're not butchering anything right now. a dyer, a soap maker, a wood burner, or whatever. So until those industries are online, he's not going to be anything for him to do. So he might as well haul stuff. And now that we've made that change, we should see the idlers drop down. Assuming I think I committed the change, didn't I? Yeah. We should see it drop down, or maybe I've already forgotten and I've not designated enough for them to do. Let's set this as a hotkey since this is an active area. We need more drinks. Apparently someone has actually come now and made those bags, so all the seeds got bagged up. This is looking like a pretty clean food stockpile now. There's not much here. It's much larger than it really needs to be. In fact, let's do this. We'll add a couple kitchens now. I'll put one there, and there, and there. Build workshop kitchen. Kitchen is Z for some reason. Let's make it out of gabbro blocks. So we'll get a bunch of kitchens going, just so that if there's more cooks and there's just more opportunities for dwarves to take care of things. So I believe we probably have more than one cook. Yeah, we have 3 of them. So let's let them all work. We can also take advantage of the fact that it's still early in the game and continue to gather plants. Plants constantly grow, so you have to keep redesignating. You can't just say, like, always cut from this area. You've got to do it over and over again. So this guy here is, what is he doing? He's got no job. He's trying to gather plants, but there's a enraged Bladefoot Rancor here who is very wounded. This is the guy that was being hunted, and this guy here was also being hunted. They can't move very quickly. You'll notice that this dwarf is much faster than they are. They're so wounded. The coloration here lets you know that it's very damaged. So his lower body, his right foreleg, right hind leg, left hind leg are all very weak. So what I could do is I could just ignore him and hope that the hunter kills him, or I could create a military and go out and kill him. I haven't made any weapons yet, and I only made one little small set of armor. But I'm willing to see if maybe the merchants left behind a weapon or 2 that we can use. And let's go ahead and establish a military. So first thing we need to do is pick out a militia commander. So I'm going to go over to Dwarf Therapist. And I'm going to go to... I don't think there's any... I had custom roles built before. I'm probably going to have to redo them since I downloaded a new version of the game. Import custom roles. Yeah, I'd have to find it and export it and pull it in. But let's just go to military for now. These should be okay, I think. Let's just check to see if this was patched properly. I want military alt. That's the one that I like to use. There we go. So let's get rid of this military one and social one. I don't really care about those. Attributes is something I can see over here. Don't care about that. Military alt though. I like this one. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna unsort and I want to find the dwarf that's going to be the best. Let's see. So we've got no axe dwarves. We've got 2 hammer dwarves. And it looks like we've got a